So we saw just there, or the previous episode, how to just simply add some type. This time that was just a single click to get the type on, and that's ready to roll. And we can modify just by holding shift and clicking on the control points at the side. This time we're going to look at a paragraph. So this one is a little more, but it's not more complicated. It's just a very different way of thinking how to use type. And people often mix the two and get them wrong. When you're adding type, if you're going to add a paragraph of type, then use the click and drag method that I've just shown there. So I've clicked here, the top left, and dragged out my paragraph area. I can modify that area. I can use shapes to get custom shapes for my type. But at the minute, it's more important that we choose a readable font, and then we get the type that is readable. So I'm just going to find something a little bit more appropriate. Times would do just fine for this. And the size, obviously, that's a big thing. Readable type is rarely any bigger than 12 point. So I'm just going to stick with 12 point right now. I'm just going to start typing. It'll be absolute nonsense, total garbage. But I want you to see what happens. So if I just continue typing, as soon as it comes to the edge of this paragraph area, it'll just naturally roll down to the next. If I put in a return carriage, you can see what's happening there. So I'm just filling a little bit. A little faster types. Right, that'll do it. Now this is open to a few more of the modifiers from up here in the submenu. But the first thing is, you can see if I change the size of my paragraph area, the text automatically changes with it. Yeah, that's a good thing. But before, if you remember this one, with the single click, see it's stretching all the letters. That's the difference between a single click, just to utilize your one word, and your paragraph area, your words will start running into the box. Alright, so you must make sure straight away you know whether you're going to do single words, titles, first reads for instance, or a paragraph. Now what else can we do with the paragraph stuff? Well, we can change the size of the spaces in there, and often that's good strategy if you're trying to fill an area. Let's say for instance, I'll just bring that in a little bit, push it down. I've got an area like this, and I know I need to bring the type down to the bottom, or roughly near the bottom. Let's shorten that out a little bit. So I'll go into character, and some part of my rollout is the leading here. It's standard as 14.4 point distance between the two baselines, so I can increase that if I want, and watch what happens with the type. Bang, puts 36 points in between the baseline of that layer of type and the baseline of the second one there. So I'll show you that again. I can change it. So that is quite a good strategy if you're trying to fill an area, a paragraph area, and your alignment has to be spot on with say an image that runs off the bottom. You can play with the size of your leading. You can also play with the size of your kerning. In the Adobe suites, we get these multiples of kind of tens. So if I want to add a positive kern to 100 or 200, look at the distance in between the letters starts to grow. Again, that can be a good strategy if you're trying to fill an area for alignment in a layout. But then again, you don't want it to be unreadable. That, although I know it's a load of gobbledygook, that is quite hard to read because of the gap. So you have to be careful how you play that strategy there. So those are a couple of those options there. What else might you do? Well, you might change the justification. So we can center. You're used to these: left alignment, center alignment, right alignment. You've seen them in PowerPoint and Word. But now what we've got, and much more appropriate to editorial newspapers and magazines, is the justification. So click justification here. What it tries to do, it tries to space out all the words and the letters, so you will complete the box area, the paragraph area. Also, you can see I've got hyphenate. See what's happening there? It thinks that one word, if you try and split a word, it'll just hyphenate in between. You'll see that a lot again in newspapers. So we've got justification with the left hanger. So this is your hanger at the bottom. Centered hanger, right hanger, and this is going to force gap. So you can see there, this blank blue area, that is the forced gap that it's had to make. So if I just click off there, that's what that would look like.